Coming down to wearables, right? We got a good demo of the AirPod Pro 3.
Yeah.
So can you talk about more about AirPod Pro?
Yes, that to me that was the most that was the best demo of the entire day. The active noise cancellation, busy, hundreds of people in the room. You could have active noise cancellation or listen to your music, a podcast, someone talking to you. It was quite extraordinary, and I'd like to see how the advances for used as a hearing aid will be. That will be a little more mainstream because the active noise cancellation was phenomenal.
Yeah, and I think they redesigned the entire AirPod in terms of hardware design, but also in terms of the noise cancellation software. And they've added a couple of sensors as well for heart rate as well, right? You can talk about more about that.
Yeah, and a couple things. Now there are, I think, 5 different sizes. So the air canal fit is super important for the noise cancellation. Get, I think, 5 within the box. So everyone should, most people should have a perfect fit there. Yeah. As far as the heart rate sensor, so if you have your watch, you very well could get a better, more accurate heart rates sensing within the ear canal. So that can also be shared with your watch, your phone, and you can get feedback.
Triangulation.
Yeah, triangulation, feedback, either real time or post workout where you see that. So another added feature there.
With AirPods 2 or Pro 2, Apple added hearing aid capability, and that has been a massive hit.
Yeah.
Right. With AirPods Pro 3, they've added a heart rate sensor and more, and it becoming more of a health device like a Apple Watch, right? And complementing actually Apple Watch as well as a iPhone. So I think that was the biggest upgrade in terms of a product what we saw, apart from iPhone Air in terms of form factor and design. But Pro 3 was, I think, pretty good, and the price remains the same.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
$249. So I think that's phenomenal.
Yeah, and as far as hearing aid, using it as hearing aid, it's a very low-cost alternative. I think a lot of people will test before shelling out $3,000 to $5,000 for a hearing aid. Try this first for under $300 because it was quite impressive.
Right. What do you make out in terms of the watch? Sensing the room, not everyone was so excited about the watch upgrades, but again, everyone was still waiting for the Ultra 3.
Yeah.
That came in, right? But nothing significant except for a couple of features.
Yeah, 5G, new feature, but there really wasn't anything talked about as, okay, 5G, I need that. I need that over an LTE device, although it is maybe setting the stage further down the road. So that was maybe a significant upgrade.
And then maybe they're scaling the 5G capabilities.
Yep.
We are not sure yet what the modem is inside, whether it's Apple's own modem, C1 version, or someone else has entered the value chain.
Yeah.
Right. That one.
Exactly. I guess the other, it scales SE all the way down to the low end, SOS features, safety features, crash detection, sleep apnea, sleep analysis, sleep scores, and then hypertension. So tracking hypertension, heart rate, early onset to heart disease. Those types of health features are significant, and it scales all the way down to the SE.
Right. And all the 3 models, SE, Series 11, and the Ultra 3, all have S10 chip, right? The chip inside, and all have 5G capabilities. I think the hypertension does not scale to SE.
Okay.
It is for the Series 11 and the Ultra.
Okay.
That is, even I thought it scales down to all 3, but that is a differentiating factor between the SE. But again, SE is a great entry point for anyone who want to enter the Apple ecosystem with the watch, right?
Yeah.
At $240, it's $249. $249. It's a great buy with the latest chip, with latest features, except for hypertension, I believe, and 5G as well, right? So,
in the 11 comes with virtually everything the Ultra does, except you get better battery life, more ruggedness on that, and I guess maybe hardcore outdoors people. But the 11 looks like a value actually. Stacked up against the Ultra, it seems.
Right. The major differentiation is based on the bands and the materials they use. I think in terms of the overall design for SE versus like aluminum versus titanium versus Ultra 3, which is more rugged, and glass on top of it, ceramic shield.
And the Ultra is still quite girthy. The 11's a much more elegant. So yeah, I think the 11 will do actually quite well in this case with the limited things that you're missing out on from the Ultra.
Right. Also, Ultra 3 has a bigger display this time, right? It's the biggest display they have.
Right. In that
we need Ultra Air, I guess. Other than that, what are the final takeaways?
I guess there was a lot of heartburn of carriers, retailers, component players of what the prices would be, and maybe a bit of a surprise. Base model stays the same, pricing basically the same. They'll come starting at 256 gig all the way up to 2 terabyte, but there was angst that the prices would be going up, but pretty flat there.
Absolutely, that's a great point, and I think that is also one of the key takeaways, right? Apple has not increased the price with the Apple silicon. The silicon price is going up with 3 nanometer wafers, and TSMC increased the pricing, right? So the total bill of materials is increasing, but Apple has been astute enough to take up the absorb most of the cost, right? And not increasing the price. And with such a wide portfolio, like we talked about 16E to Pro Max, they have a nice price laddering. If you see, the Air now starts with $999, right? And I think Plus was $100 cheaper, I believe, but now you get more value also, $999 with the new chipset, right? The Pro chipset. So that way, I think Apple can capture more value across the different categories, and as you go up with Pro Max, or even Air, I think folks are looking to upgrade to more of a 512 GB or a 1 terabyte. And now we have a 2 terabyte version as well, right? So those who are actual pro users, right, with camera and gaming and so forth, they would go and shell out like $1,500 to $1,800 for the highest end version. That is where Apple makes most of the money, right?
I mean, in the U.S. market, you walk past a carrier store and you're thrown up. They throw $1,100 at you, but this no price increase will really, I think it'll be to Apple's benefit within the China market and non-carrier markets. Another uptick in price versus Android might have been more difficult for Apple to absorb. So, and then the uncertainty of tariffs and all that. So I think that was a great benefit for overall sales, that prices help.
One thing we did not talk about much, and even Apple did not talk about much, is Apple Intelligence. Like the big elephant in the room, and a lot of eyes on what Google has been doing with respect to AI with Gemini and with Google Pixel, right? I believe Apple is taking a more measured approach, as it always does with any technology. None of the Apple users are waiting for that, I want that Gen AI feature, right? If they want, they are maybe installing a third-party app like OpenAI or ChatGPT and getting a pro version and using, or even Gemini for that matter, right, on iPhone. So on device is something which actually Apple has perfected compared to Android Cam, right? Because they have this best silicon, tightly knit software, and they are pushing 99% of the queries should be handled on device, right? Because they are privacy centric, right? Whereas on Google, they are opposite, where they have most of the Gemini and all the queries are done on the cloud, and very few are being done on the device, right? So there's two contrasting approaches to AI, but obviously the cloud, you get more features and easier, because again, Google is strong in cloud and the AI and the search, and it's more integrated, whereas Apple comes from a different privacy centric approach to the overall phone and OS, right? So I think both are doing well in terms of, and that I think the customers, users should be happy enough on both the approaches. So for
Yeah.
Android camp, it's always great to have Gemini and
Yeah.
all those features. But for Apple camp, I think the Apple is good. It's
Yeah.
under the hood.
Yeah.
It's doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Across the products, across the services as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, we heard privacy how many times. They're really touting the privacy aspect of AI. I think there was a big sigh of relief. The Google DOJ that Google can still place search. I think that was an enormous win for Apple. They still get paid a lot of money to have Google as the search, and it buys them time to whatever aspirations they have on the AI side. They're
Right.
getting paid very well, so they can kind of kick that can down the road. But for sure, even already today, they think performance per watt and the privacy aspect, that they're still confident in their AI solutions.
Absolutely. And I think also with respect to the price laddering and Apple can absorb the hardware cost,
Yeah.
I believe is because obviously they're vertically integrated.
Yeah.
So they don't have those flat margins
Yeah.
to pay off to a merchant vendor if you're
Yeah.
buying a silicon from them,
Yeah.
right? So for them, it's more of an incremental cost per wafer increase.
Yeah.
It's an increase, but they can still absorb it. Unlike someone like Samsung, who has to buy X dollar chipset from Qualcomm, and then they have to buy a X plus 40% higher cost
Yeah.
increase, right? Generation after generation. So at the same time, Apple has that cushion of $25 billion per quarter
Yeah.
service revenues, right? Which they can subsidize the hardware.
Yeah.
But they are $100 billion per year revenue in terms of services,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So that gives them some cushion and runway, as you said, to build on that Apple Intelligence features, services, and monetization model, right?
Yeah.
Which is slightly difficult, and everyone is still figuring it out.
Yeah.
No one is making money except for NVIDIA or hyperscalers.
Yeah, you nailed it. The services, are the way forward, and with these camera and some of these new features and that will really keep that flywheel going. As far as entertainment, music, and TV, and all the camera features for people making their own media. Definitely held serve on that, and continues on the service front.
Absolutely. It's great.
Good.
It was a great event.
Yeah.
Again, obviously, some might have thought it was a little bit muted, but I believe it Apple has done meaningful innovations, additions,
Yeah.
and introductions in terms of design language
Yeah.
as well as capabilities within the wearables
Yeah.
to have a long-term foundation,
Yeah.
right, in terms of design and right, maybe it's silicon or overall design.
Exactly. And from Apple's perspective, they're competing against 4-year-old iPhones. Holding period's 4 years. We always look at the specs year over year, which there was some significant things year over year. But in Apple's, camp, they're trying to maybe increase people to upgrade 3 months faster or 6 months faster, and that which would be super significant. So they don't need these year over year changes. It's getting the 4-year-old people to upgrade.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Signing off from Cupertino.
Yeah, we'll add in more. We're going to get a few more demos and
Yeah.
time with the toys, but we'll keep you informed.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.